hungry I am, to be sure. I have been walking for hours by the side of this lake, looking for a sheltered spot in which I could safely spend the dark hours of the night. I had almost given up hope when I saw an opening that led me to this grotto. How peaceful and quiet it is here.
What mortal voice disturbs my rest?
What was that? Pray heaven I have not aroused Dijon or an evil spirit.
Who are you, and what are you doing here so late at night and so far away from the city of Baghdad? The fairy of the lake commands you to answer at once.
My name is Morgana, a poor slave in great trouble.
Speak on. To comfort the afflicted is my appointed task. Is your master unkind to you?
Indeed, no. My master, Ali Baba, is the kindest and best of men. Due, however, to the wickedness of men and the undeserved malignity of fate, he has been reduced from the rank of a wealthy merchant to the humble woodcutter. Where once he has had 100 slaves, I alone now remain to serve him. But now, alas, he cannot afford to feed me. So, resolved to spare him distress, I determined to creep away in the night rather than be burdened to him in his misfortune.
Brave girl, your story has touched my compassion. Return at once to your master. Tell him to go tomorrow morning to the forest that lies 3 leagues to the west of Baghdad. There, if he uses his eyes and ears to good purpose, he may chance to restore his ruined fortunes.
I go at once, and joyfully to do your bidding.
There is in that forest the lair of a band of robbers led by the evil Hazarak. Their real chieftain, however, is the wicked enchanter Orkibran. For so long has been my bitter foe, and it will serve my purpose well to enrich Ali Baba at his expense.
Why did Morgana ask me to come to this place? I wonder. I'm far from the city, and any wood that I cut will have to be dragged a long way. But she is a good girl and devoted to my interests. She may have some reason for her request, although I cannot guess what it might be. I wonder what that noise means. It seems that this forest is not as deserted as I thought, and now I remember that I have heard it spoken of as the haunt of the robber and bandits. It would be well for me to hide in case these stories are true.
Hazarak, our leader, has led us to a fine haul with the gold that we already have piled in our cave. We shall all be rich for life.
And there is more than gold. Remember,
But-
many jewels are stored. They're pearls by the hundredweight, emeralds by the stone, and diamonds.
By the ton. But I've heard that there is greater than Hazarak, one who commands him as he commands us.
Hush! Speak of not Orkbrand. The very name is forbidden to our lips.
At least we've reached the safety of our lair. Leave me, all of you, while I pronounce the magic words that will unlock the door to our cave. I shall bestow this plunder, then hasten to the palace of Orkbrand. He will smile on me when he hears of our success. But first to speak the magic words. Open sesame! See, the veritable treasure house of wealth, and none but Hazarak knows the key. You may return! The chest, worth more than a king's ransom, shall be used to enlarge our band. Soon our power will be greater than that of the Caliph himself. Now, back to the city, all of you, and remember our password. Silence and secrecy. They've gone, so once again I can use the magic word that none but us must hear. Close sesame! 'Tis done. And now to rejoin my band. The plot more than mischief.
Indeed, it was a fortunate chance that led Morgana to Suggest that I came here, but one bag full of those diamonds, and I shall be restored to my former riches. Let me see if the magic words will work for me as well as they did for the robber chief. Open sesame. Now all lies open to my hand, riches beyond my dreams. Oh, fortunate Alibama, once the unhappiest, but now the happiest of men.
By a magic spell I have called Morgiana to me. I must make sure that no harm comes to Ali Baba. If Hazarat by evil chance should learn that it was he who overheard the magic words.
A force more strong than I could resist led me to this grotto.
The force was mine, Morgiana. I have a message for you. When you return to the house of Ali Baba, you will find beside your bed a phial of poison, so deadly that but one drop will render lifeless. The strongest man take and hide this phial. The time may come when you will need its aid.
I tremble at the thought, but for my master's sake I will obey you.
Pray heaven she will not need to use this poison, but Orcabrand is guileful and will stop at naught to gain his revenge.
Another 5 strong ruffians I have hired. That means my band still now numbers 40, but I must take some gold to pay them. Open sesame! What's this? One chest was open, and the contents spilt in confusion on the floor. Some stranger has learnt the magic words. I must to Aquabrand at once. I fear he will be angry, but his rage would be beyond control if he should learn that I had kept his secret from him. Close sesame! And now to Aquabrand, as fast as my feet will carry me.
Soon the whole city of Baghdad will lie within my power. An army paid for by my stolen gold will sweep the Caliph from his jewelled throne, and I shall reign as Caliph in his stead. Ha ha!
Great Aquabrand!
Who comes? 'Tis Hazarak, and why do you appear unsummoned in our presence?
Our treasure!
Something's amiss. I see it in your face. Well, sire, speak. Tell me your news.
When I went back today to fetch some gold, I found the chest of diamonds on the floor. The lid was broken, and 3 bags of gems were gone.
Base traitor! Who could pass the rock that stands before the cave without the magic words? You have betrayed me!
It is not so, I swear it, with my life if it be need be.
So be it. If you are lying, my mystic arts will find the falsehood out, and then your life is forfeit to my wrath.
What can I do to persuade you that I tell nothing but the truth?
If the magic words are known to another than yourself, then find that man and kill him.
But how do I find him?
Go to Baghdad, fool, and inquire if any man, previously poor, has suddenly become rich. If you discover such a man, your search is ended.
A clever trick. 'Tis little wonder you're known as Aquabrand the Wise.
I care nothing for your flattery. Waste no more time, but go. How sad it is that great men should be served by fools.
Allah be praised. Once again I live in a fine house with slaves to do my bidding, and a garden in which to take my ease. And all this I owe to Morgana. I must think of some way to reward her for her faithfulness.
This must be Ali Baba, who only 2 weeks since, they tell me, was cutting wood to earn a crust of bread, and now owns his finest house in all of Baghdad.
Good evening, friend. And what can I do for you?
I'm a merchant, sir, newly arrived in Baghdad. Once I traded in diamonds.
Diamonds?
The villain starts. This must be he indeed.
Diamonds, you say?
But now I deal in oil, the finest oil in all of Arabia.
And how can I serve you?
I find to my distress that I cannot discover a lodging for the night. For myself I do not care, but for my goods.
You're far, you may be robbed.
I do indeed. My 40 jars of oil are precious to me. Their loss would render me a pauper.
Then bring them into my garden here. No robber will break through the gates and steal them then.
Your kindness overwhelms me, sir. I'll arrange for them to be brought here at once.
Pray do so, and for yourself, you are welcome to be my guest.
Rash fool, that offer seals his doom.
Our plan has worked.
It has. Go tell the others of the band to conceal themselves in the oil jars. Then, when I give the word, they must spring out and overpower Ali Baba. Make haste while I go to bear his company.
We're quite out of oil in all the bustle of the merchant's arrival. I forgot to provide any for the night. No matter, I can take a little out of one of these jars. Merciful Allah! What is this? Each jar conceals a man. What shall I do? If I raise the alarm, they will soon overpower us. But stay, the phial of poison given to me by the fairy of the lake, 1 drop, she said, produces instant death. I will run at once and fetch it.
He suspects nothing. No, call my men. Come forth, my band of robbers. The time is at hand for our revenge. What? No one stirs? Come forth, I say. They do not move. What is it that ails them? Why are they dead? All dead. Our plot has been betrayed.
I do not trust this merchant. I cannot believe he knew nothing of the contents of his jars. I will listen. Perhaps he may betray himself.
I must make my escape. But by Allah, I shall soon return and revenge the deaths of my brave comrades, or fall myself in the encounter.
It was as I thought, but I will foil his plan. I can wield a dagger as well as any man, if it must be in my master's service.
Ah! What was that cry? And where is the merchant, my guest?
The merchant is dead, master, and by my hand.
Misguided girl, what have you done?
He sought your death. I believe indeed that he was the leader of the band of robbers you saw in the forest.
And why should you think that?
Look, there in the oil jars.
Why, they are full of men and all dead.
I discovered them myself, and with the aid of a phial of deathly poison put an end to their wicked lives. Their leader I dispatched with this dagger.
Brave Morgana, how can I reward you? From this moment on, you shall be my wife, and share with me all the fruits of the treasure.
No news from Hazarak. It must be as I first thought. He was himself the traitor. I must seek him out and destroy him. No man shall flout the power of Orcabrand and live. Ha ha!
Your power is no more. Ali Baba has told the secret of your cave to the Caliph.
Your treasure has gone and your band of ruffians is destroyed.
Oh, my heart misgives me. I fear she speaks the truth. My head spins, my spirits sink. All is lost.
Repent before it is too late.
Never.
Then die as evil in your death as in your life. So justice wins. The enchanter is defeated. Ali Baba and Morgiana will live happily ever after. And virtue reign triumph at once in Baghdad.